The galaxy's edge was a cauldron of chaos. Fleet Commander ZHYV, a veteran of countless interstellar campaigns, stood aboard the bridge of the Crunther warship, gazing at the strange creatures huddled in the corner of the detention bay. They were small, fragile-looking, and absurdly loud. "Explain this," ZHYV demanded, his many eyes narrowing as his subordinate, Lieutenant Gorik, squirmed. "We, captured them during our raid on Earth, Commander," Gorik stammered. "They appear to be younglings of their species." ZV's mandibles twitched in shock. "Human children? Are you insane? They seem defenseless," Gorik protested. "I thought it was a tactical advantage." "Tactical advantage?" ZHYV's voice boomed, silencing the entire bridge crew. "You've brought aboard human children. Do you have any idea what you've done?" At that moment, one of the children, a boy no older than 8, climbed onto a nearby console. He pressed buttons with reckless glee while another child cheered him on. The ship's lights flickered, alarms blared, and a mechanical voice announced, "Warp core destabilizing. Self-destruct in 60 seconds." ZHYV slapped the console with one of his tentacles, resetting the ship's systems. "They're like chaotic black holes with limbs," he roared. "Are you going to eat us?" One of the children piped up, wide-eyed. ZHYV recoiled. "What? No. Why would we? What kind of species eats children?" "You're scary-looking," the boy said matter-of-factly. "I am a proud warrior of the Crunther Empire." ZHYV snapped, but the child only giggled. "You look like a giant bug," the boy teased, sticking out his tongue. ZHYV turned to Gorik. "They mock me. They mock me. Do you see what you've unleashed?" Before Gorik could respond, another child wandered over, clutching a stuffed bear. She looked up at ZHYV with big, curious eyes. "Mr. Bugman, can I have some cookies?" "Cookies?" ZHYV repeated, baffled. "Yeah, cookies. You know, round, sweet, yummy. We do not have cookies." ZHYV snapped. The girl's lip quivered. "But I'm hungry." The bridge fell silent. Even the hardened warriors of the Crunther Empire couldn't withstand the power of a child on the verge of tears. ZHYV sighed deeply. "Gorik, find something resembling cookies. Now." As Gorik scurried away, the boy clambered on his ZV's back. "You're kind of cool for an alien," he said, patting the commander's shell. "I am a terrifying warlord," ZHYV muttered, but the child just laughed. Meanwhile, in the detention bay, chaos reigned. One child had turned a plasma rifle into a makeshift seesaw, while another had somehow reprogrammed a cleaning drone to chase Gorik in circles. ZHYV stormed in, his patience worn thin. "Enough," he bellowed. The children froze, staring at him with wide eyes. Then the smallest one stepped forward, clutching her stuffed bear. "We're sorry, Mr. Bugman. We're just scared." ZHYV blinked. Scared? He had never considered that these creatures, these tiny whirlwinds of destruction, might be frightened. The girl held out her bear. "You can have Mr. Fluffless if it'll make you feel better." ZHYV stared at the bear, then at the girl. Slowly, he took the offering. "I do not require comfort," he said stiffly. But the gesture seemed to calm the children. They huddled together, watching ZHYV with cautious trust. The turning point came during a skirmish with a rival alien faction. The enemy ship fired a barrage of plasma bolts, and the Crunther vessel shuddered under the assault. In the chaos, one of the children, a boy named Timmy, wandered onto the bridge. "What's going on?" "Get back to the detention bay," ZHYV ordered. But Timmy ignored him, pointing at the tactical display. "Why don't you shoot there?" ZHYV glanced at the boy, incredulous. "That's a structural weak point?" "Yeah, I saw it in a video game," Timmy said. ZHYV hesitated, then barked, "Gunnery officer, target that point." The plasma cannons fired, striking the enemy ship's weak spot. The vessel exploded in a spectacular fireball, and the Crunther crew erupted in cheers. ZHYV turned to Timmy, his mandibles twitching in reluctant admiration. "Perhaps there is some merit to your species after all." By the time the humans arrived to negotiate the children's return, ZHYV had grown oddly attached to his young charges. The children, in turn, had come to see the gruff alien as their unlikely protector. As the human ambassador thanked ZHYV for his care, one of the children ran back to hug the towering alien. "Bye, Mr. Bugman. We'll miss you." ZHYV awkwardly patted the child's head. "Farewell, small human." As the children boarded their ship, ZHYV glanced at the stuffed bear still clutched in one of his tentacles. He sighed and muttered to himself, "Terrifying warlord indeed." His crew watched in silence as their commander, feared across the galaxy, placed the bear on the command console.